what's this? Linda going live 3 minutes early, which is the right button I need to press. There it is. All right, we're good, we're good, we're good. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome back to another Friday. As every Friday, to be fair, I've only missed... Have I missed one or have I missed two of these so far? I think I only missed one. But we are in round number 15 of the ARL Supercross Championship today. We are at Pittsburgh, and I don't actually know what state is Pittsburgh in. I don't know. We're in Pittsburgh, nonetheless. And yeah, round 15. Today's track is a very, very odd one. And any criticisms I am about to make is actually the real-life track creators. So the Dirtworks crew, rather than the in-game one itself. But when I look at that track map, just below my head here, it just doesn't look like a Supercross track to me. And I feel like it rides that way as well. It's a little bit odd. There's a lot of corners where it's like, well, kind of forced to go here because nothing else really works in how the rhythms go and stuff. And to be fair, I kind of expected that much at the start of the year when I was going through all of the track maps before the season even started. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting round this week. We are... Well, I'm going to try... I'll try it out in the heat race and qualified and see how it goes. I'm going to try the KTM again, since I started off the season really, really well on the KTM. And then if it goes absolutely horrendously, I will probably go to the Yamaha for the main event if it doesn't go well at all. So we'll see how it's going to go. Thank you very much for the thumbnail compliments. The backstory behind the thumbnail is I was laying in bed on my laptop with Linda looking for potential holiday destinations for next year. And then I looked at the time, saw that I had 5 minutes before track drop. So hopped in Paint, drew that, downloaded the track, and now we're here. This is where we've ended up. So we'll see how it goes. We've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes left to practice. I don't know why, but it feels like my bikes aren't going forwards today. It feels very sluggish. I'm not sure the best course of action for that. Actually, I can tell you exactly why. I've been experimenting with the old 120 rear tyre. So if we take that off, and I put my tyre pressures back to what they usually are, that might save us. We've got shift help off, nice. So we got the quick shift on it. That's kind of the only thing keeping me on the KTM at the moment as well, is the quick shift. Let's go Austria. Oh, do you have an Austrian man in here? Too much Austrian. Too much Austrian. We need to keep it... Actually, no, I mean, I suppose there's too much Japanese on the track right now. Is that a Honda I see? It is a Honda I see. Maybe Chase is paving the way. A few more Honda riders. Yeah, so many Yamahas. So many Yamis. And I am a Yami enjoyer in real life. I really do enjoy the Yamis. But we've got a lot of them in-game. A lot of them in-game. So if I take you around this track and my thought process real quick. So after turn 1 here, we have the option to either triple in or double in. Now, when you triple in, you then have to check up a hell of a lot before then getting the run through the whoops, which is kind of making me want to lean towards doubling in and then triple in before, so you can carry as much whoop speed as possible. This corner here, I think, is actually a very good corner for absolutely punting people. And then we've got a little split lane here. I believe right side's going to be quicker, just because the rhythms that you stay in, it keeps you a lot lower. Whereas if you go on the left side, the rhythms, you tend to take off the 5-footers rather than the 3-footers, so you go higher in the air. Obviously, when you're in the air, your wheels aren't on the ground, you're not moving forward, so on and so forth. Yes, yeah, I know you can get quick shift on every single bike, and I've gone through this. I was even in Aiden's DMs, and he showed me all of the settings that he needs, or you need, and I've done it all, gone into the Steam input stuff, gone into the behind-the-scenes files, and I don't know if it's just because I've got a PS4 controller, or what, but it doesn't work for me. And then if I go and turn on DS4 Windows, which makes your computer think you have an Xbox controller instead, the inputs don't work full stop into MX bikes for me. Like, it'll show Xbox buttons on the MX bike screen, but it won't actually do anything. It won't register them. So, yeah, I'm back to just riding the KTM. But, yeah, I've seen people. I'm pretty sure Rax has quick shift on the Yami as well. I know Aiden's got it. I know people like Neon have it. But for me, I've tried every which way, and I just can't get it to work. So, it is what it is. Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware. The issue is the more you feed in and mention Mr. Kelso's name, the more he thrives off of it, is the issue. So you're best off just not giving him any attention. So when we tried disproving that last week, he thought we had a gotcha moment, and really the case was I was disproving that I gatekeep shit, which I don't, because I always say that I've got shit bound to the same buttons. Do I have DSX open when I do it? In what? The actual binding to begin with? If so, yes, I've tried it. I have tried it. And I had a little bit of a theory, actually, because I saw people mentioning... Where is it? Clutch. No, it's not clutch. Where's the... Is it this one? Something to do with the smoothing here and changing your files. I have a little theory about that, so if anybody wants me to dig into it once qualifying's done, I'm more than happy to. There's a... Where's the... This one here, preload. Apparently turning that on and off is meant to change shit as well, but I've always just left it off. But, I mean, you guys know, over the last year or so, the reason I've run the Austrian bikes is, as I've said, just to keep the quick shift on them, because I can't get it working on anything else. But yeah, I know it exists. Right. Let's try and get... Actually, what am I... Finish line's over here. I'm being an absolute goober. I think a lot of people join the track at the wrong point as well. Let's try and get a lap in. So in the little practice right there, I saw people running low 49s. My best in testing at the moment is a 51. I am having a really hard time riding around here. I really, really am. Bike doesn't seem to be tracking through the whoops very well either, which is no bueno. I think inside there's going to be very, very OP just because of how the corner is after that. Again, I think it's just very, very poor track design from the real-life track creators. Now they've made that and try and make multiple line choices. Same in this next rhythm section here. I think anytime you put two tabletops back to back, it just straight away takes away a line option because it's always going to be quicker going on and off rather than going over anything. Then we've got this weird one here as well where this kind of boots you up to the moon. Then you try and get all that power down to the ground. I wonder how the 250s are going to find that triple there. Because if you don't hit it perfect on a 4, it's a bit hard to get up and over. And I think for hot laps, people are probably going to end up trying to go really low before the finish and dart to the finish to go over the line as quick as possible. I mean, it doesn't matter if you clear it or not on a hot lap, does it? Bike feels very, very slick around here is something that I've noticed as well. There you go, Cooper's already decided that his lap's over. So if I go right side, go triple, double into the corner, around to the left. We are a little bit up already, which is nice. On, off. You've got to check up a little bit on the off, otherwise you jump too far, land in the face of the next jump, then you can't get the triple out. Or double. Didn't stay very low there. We'll try and open up this corner a little bit more than last time. Nice. And then try and stay low in this one as well. Beeline to the finish. That's a decent time. 0.4 off of Isaac still, though. Bike does feel a bit slippery. How come on 100 gain? I was messing around with some outdoors testing, which actually it might negatively impact me in this. But I was riding the Yami, and I wanted the Yami to feel a little bit looser, but I didn't want to change the bike's geometry because it affects how it does bumps and stuff. So I've just started turning the gain up instead to try and get the bike to crank over quicker. Reckon Pittsburgh's more competitive? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. All these tracks this year are just far too easy. But there's no point keep going on about it because it's not gonna change at all. It will not change. This is what we have for the year. We'll hook the back end a little bit. It's fine. I'm pretty sure the left-hand side going into the whoops there is higher, which might get you on top of the whoops better to get a better run through them. I might have to have a look at that next time round. Try and enter further on the left. Oh, God. It's very, very scary landing that high up in the berm. Front end can go very loose and wobbly with the rebound, if it rebounds too fast. 0.4 does feel like a lot to gain. It's one of them where maybe the Yami will end up being the best bet. Because I like the KTM for the whoops, but it's definitely slipperier than the Yami, I feel. Like it's more agile, so it doesn't track around the corners quite as nicely as the Yami does. I'm sure you could get it to work to a similar extent. I just don't want to go around messing with all my settings. Dark UI, it's just a mod on MXB mods. If you just type in Dark UI, it'll come up. Won't say what, you're taking a different rhythm that's about 0.4 quicker. So you're doing a big boy jump in that long rhythm there, because I don't believe that going over the tables here would be quicker, unless you're somehow tripling out of that corner there. Other than that, there's not really any rhythms on the track, is there? Let's experiment in the long rhythm section real quick. Let's have a look. You think left side's quicker? Unless Isaac's going out wide, maybe, and then doing a little, like, wheelie up and over and quadding. Although that quad's pretty damn big. The only reason, like, in my head why I wouldn't have thought that left side's quicker is because you're higher up in the air the whole time. Unless he comes out wide and stays low on the doubling and then quads. Unless he sends that, and downside's there, and then maybe you can quad all the way into the corner. Not too sure. No, I'm not messing around with tyre pressures at all. I'm on stuff that I'm quite comfortable with. Okay, so KFC's gone. Actually, let's have a quick look. I don't know if it'll... Where is he? I don't think I'll have enough time to watch it all. Why can't... There he is. Ah, yeah, there's not going to be enough time on the server, is there? No. Oh, I love this game so much. Actually, you know what? Let's just watch them the whole time. Because I doubt that people are going to stop taking it. Just because I'm watching them. Yeah, let's watch KFC do it. No, I didn't see it. Didn't see it. I mean, the lap time I have right now, whilst it's not amazing compared to the other boys in the lobby, it will get me in, so it doesn't matter if I don't go faster, so it'll be nice to watch to see what's going on. You can always learn something in this game. No matter who it's from, you can always learn something. KFC's going double, triple, same as me. Much better run through the whoops than I was having. Quicker around that left-hander as well. The Yami just seems to track so well. He's very fast around that flat track in there. He's doing the same line here as I am. So now I'm wondering if the line Isaac was on about is actually quicker, or if it's just a case of it adds up over the entire lap. That's just the general pace of the Yami. But I tell you boys, there's a reason everyone rides the same bike. It's because it does tend to be the best option. Going single, double, single before that. How'd you get stopped for that inside? Is my question. Annoyingly, qualifying started now, so I can't leave and qualify on another bike. Because it will just disqualify me, it doesn't work, so I kind of have to see it through with the KTM. Keep trying to be different all the time, and then expecting good results, where I just need to ride the same thing and give myself a fighting chance. That was a better run. Not a good run there, though. Jesus. Jesus Christ. It looks like, with that lap that I saw from KFC just there, it looks like he's just going faster everywhere. There's not just one, it's not one line that's different. He's just carrying more corner speed, better run through the whoops. All adds up. Oh, Jesus. I think the track favours the Husky. No, I don't think so. 250s maybe. And 250 Husky's pretty quick, but the Husky's even more agile than the KTM is on the 450, and I'm struggling for grip on the KTM as it is, so I think the Husky would be even worse than that. You see how the back end's trying to get away from me the whole way around there. God, now it's flinging me out to the right. I can't turn. Turn, please. See, now I'm 0.3 down, and I thought that was faster. Actually, this will be a good time to test Isaac's line. Let's try it out. Go triple. Okay, we're not going to try it out. Yes, we are. Fast lines. Does this count as cheating and front flipping on a lap? So you double there. I was 0.5 down. No, I'm 0.8 down now. I think that that line might be hindering you, Isaac. You might be doing you dirty. Ah, I'm tagging the back end a lot. The tighter you can hug that inside there, the better as well. Thing is, if KFC's gone 0.8 quicker, then I guarantee Tyler's at least a second up. That was a better end. There you go, went 0.5 quicker there. Just with some small little changes. Might be able to get another couple attempts out of that. Oh, I'm going point. Jesus, I'm 0.4 down before the end of the whoops. Yes, there's a lot of just very, very minute changes that you need to make to actually get a fast lap going on. Illegal flip, yeah. Do you think it classes as illegal if it is genuinely accident? Oh. Yeah, I hate to admit it, I think the Yami is just faster. Not even a case of like top speed faster, but it gets its power down to the ground a lot better than the KTM does. Like, the Yami just tracks so well. Just bits like that. So I want to get turned and the bike needs a little bit of time to settle. I don't know if I'm going to go any quicker on that. I'm almost tempted just to back out and then go into testing on the Yami and see if I can do better, just so I'm comfortable before the heat race. I was just really vibing with the KTM at Keegham's the other day, so I thought I'd try it out again in Super, but it doesn't seem to be translating very well. Whoops are so much better entering on that left side. I'm 0.2 up at the end of the whoops just for a slightly better run. Oh, can't get the bike turned. Lost a tenth or two there. No. Tag the back end again. That was an awful exit. Oh, I've gone through the barrels as well. It still counts as a little bit quicker. As scummy as it might feel. What if we go triple and then we send it into the whoops? Can I downside the first one? We can. And then jump. And then jump again. Never mind, for an entire second off. Ah! God damn it. I'm still... So even... My lap is still okay. I'd like to get into the 48s. But I think I could still go quicker on the Yami. But I would have to give it a quick little test once qualifying ends. Yeah, bike stays on top of the whoops a lot better if you enter on that left side. Oh! In the MTG bells. A long way away from the old finish line here. It's hard trying to sweat a hot lap. Yeah, just one main event tonight. Just a heat race and a main event. That felt quicker and it's not. Oh, we stayed low there. Jeez! Somehow I've lost time after staying that low. I'm feeling like Chase right now. I'm getting the head lean involved as well. Coming for that head tilt title. Oh, a little bit wide. Gonna lose it at the finish. Oh no, another 0.1 quicker. Okay. We're in the 48s. Really don't know where else to possibly gain time on that. Thank you very much, Josh. Thanking you. Oh, that was a good first corner. Overjumped the double a little bit. Didn't go in. Oh, that's a very good run. I was about to say I didn't go into the whoops exactly where I wanted to. No, I was 0.25 up. Oh, big skid issue by me. God, them barrels are annoying, but they need to be there. To be honest, I'm surprised there's not more there, or like an invisible wall to stop people trying to cross over full stop. No. Wow. I don't think I'm going to get many starts to a lap as good as that one was. Just the run through the whoops was perfect. Bike was on top of it the whole way. It was nice. Very, 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 very nice. Uh-oh. Actually, wide apex. It's fine, we might save it. 0.1 down. Oh, I'll tag the back end again as well. And there you see the front end just dip a little bit just as we go in. It's really, I mean for me at least, it's proving to be a bit difficult to consistently, I can't talk today, get that front wheel on top of the second and third wheel. I'm hooking a lot out the left as well. I have a feeling, so in my motocross testing as well, I've turned my direct lean down. It was on 100 and now it's on 80. So it means you stay leant over a little bit longer, which I think is why I'm hooking too far left out of that corner. I need to manually start standing the bike up myself. Bad run again. How many attempts we had here? 20 attempts. Jesus Christ, I thought I've been just back and forth to the finish all time. KFC's had 14 more attempts at laps than I have. That's nuts. And the front end, that's something the Yami doesn't do as much as the KTM. When you're trying to push the front end hard into one of the corners, KTM has a habit of the front end just knifing at some point, and then you just have to let go of your controller and hope it comes back, whereas the Yami a lot of the time does manage to push through it. .15 again. Down. I don't think I'm going to gain that time back, especially not if I'm doing stuff like that. Yo, yeet. No. I did not protest racks, no. However, the mods saw what happened and then also saw some of the other very questionable moves and riding that Rack's done throughout that main event and decided to give him a week suspension themselves, so I didn't have to do anything at all. I suppose on the bright side, I will, whatever position I would have finished today, it will be an extra position higher. I don't know if I've actually, other than the race that I won, I don't know if I've actually beaten Rex in any of their rounds this year. Yeah, I mean, I feel no sympathy in that situation. I mean, if you are riding like an idiot, then regardless of where you are in points, you do deserve to have some sort of punishment. But it wasn't just the incident with me that done it. He took Dorian out earlier in the same race. What else was it? He did cut the track. Well, I don't think that was 100% intentional, but again, it's just another bit that adds in. Yeah, the Dorian one was interesting. Yes, four position. That's very true. I will make sure to remember that if he ever does, if he does any of the rest of the Supercross series. Oh, great run. Lovely run. Oh, a bit far left. Oh, a bit wide. Hold it. Close to the apex. No, Linda, what are you doing? Oh, this lap's done. I need to make a beeline to the finish line real quick. No! Go. I've got 13 seconds to start my next lap. Go, 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 go. Oh, that was such a good start. Threw it away. See, I got another like 0.2, 0.3 to gain. Just myself. So the KTM can get good laps. Not as good of a run that time. Turn. Turn, you bitch, turn. Yes. Oh, it's not like the 0.2 that I had last lap, though, is it? Oh, that's wide. Don't like that. On, check up a little bit for the off. Triple, oh, I'll take the back end. And off the bone we go. Okay. That's, what was my ideal's not even that good. 48.6 is the ideal. What's my lap? 48.9, so yeah, about 0.3. 40 attempts at laps in a 20-minute qualifying session is actually disgusting. So every 30 seconds, basically, he has started a new lap. That is a lot of resets. Fair play. Do I have to stay? No? No issues. I'll back out. I don't think I have to stay in there. The server's basically finished now. I think that went into a lot of the decisions from the admins as well in regards to that rack suspension, is because I'd made a really clean pass the corner before, and then the corner afterwards, he's just come in full wicked and yeeted me off the track. I think they take that into account, where it's not like it's just an isolated thing. It almost looks like it's in retaliation of something. So I don't think he helped himself there at all. But in his own words, he doesn't like Supercross anyway, which is weird since he shows up every single round. But yeah, here's what it is. Yeah, I'll try the Emmy for a few laps. Thank you very much, Willie. Yeah, Gerb was absolutely schmooving around Keegums. Strangely enough, and I don't think the two are related at all, I'm actually wearing Gerb's gear right now, or was on the KTM. Ah, that's my undercover gear that I was wearing. We're back on FXR now. Which one was I running? So yeah, this again, we're trying the 120. I need to... Oh, actually, yeah, to show you boys again, by the way, because I know people say, like, quick shift on the Yami and stuff. Like, you can see me spamming up and down. Like, I can't change up. I can quick shift down, because I've got my clutch and downshift on the same button, but I can't do it up, regardless. And it is exactly the same buttons as I've got in there, and in the config, it even says I should be able to do it. But for whatever reason, on my PS4 controller, it doesn't like it, and it just says no. And you see how it says DS4 here? For DualShock 4. If I run the DS4 Windows program on my computer that makes my computer think my PS4 controller is an Xbox controller, it changes this, so it's different wording. But then down here, where you've got all your inputs and it shows the gyro and what buttons you're pressing, nothing works. So I don't know how to do it. And I don't know if it is just because it's a standard PS4 controller or what other shenanigans I need to do, but I've tried every which way possible, and I can't do it. So that sucks. So on bikes that aren't Austrian, I have to turn on shift help, so it shifts for me. And on bikes that aren't Austrian, I have it so I can bang up and down the gears as much as I like. Where's the front wheel spindle? You know what, Hayden? I'd never even noticed that before. That's a very good point. No idea. Is this standard? No, this is a model swap blow. I think this is the OEM model swap blow with just the normal bar, rather than whatever that excuse of a bar pad is that comes on the normal Yami. Oh my god. You know it's gross when you can already see a difference in how far... Look how... Boys, the bike is just so much more planted. See what kind of lap times we get. What did I have? A 40... 48 and 9... It jumps so much further. Again, it could just be suspension as well. Like, it could be a springier suspension, so I jump further, but it's already a very noticeable difference. Like, the bike just seems to hook up more. And actually, I can't compare them exactly, because this is a 120 rear tyre as opposed to the 110 on the KTM. I'll spin a few laps like this, and then I'll spin a few laps on the 110 and see how it goes. The issue with this 120 is, whilst it does grip more mid-corner, actually you can't turn as tight as you can on the 110. Because it's almost like it's too much grip sometimes. Better through the whips though. Ah, that was sliding a little bit. Yeah, let me try the 110 out. And to be fair, I'll put it on 1.5 since I was running 1.5 on the KTM also. Let's try it out. It's National Penguins Day. I don't mind a penguin. I like seeing them when I go to the zoo, although they do stink. They do be stinky. Maybe it's not the 120 tyre's fault, because that felt like it didn't want to turn just as much as the 120 did. What I should do, rather than keep going back to the pits the whole time, is just set a little track marker there. Probably shouldn't get stuck into trying to get these hot laps, because they really will serve no purpose in the race. Definitely, it's weird. It's like it feels faster, but then it also feels sluggish in some corners too. Triple's over that easier, even if you end up going too long off the step off. The second gear, get us over this, no problem. Yep, not got downshifter first, nice. That didn't feel as nice either. So this hasn't been a clean lap at all. I'm curious to see what it is. That's only like a high 49. That's a 49.6. That's not ideal. And I suppose only being 0.7 or so off of what I ran in quali, and it wasn't a particularly nice lap. That's not too bad. Still jumping to the left there. 48 on a 250. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think people give that way too much weight than it actually should be. There's no lines. Or maybe this double triple here, and then the whoops is really the only place on this entire track where I think a 450 would have an advantage over a 250. You remember the 250s turn better, so they'll be able to hit this right-hander faster. They'll be able to hit this left-hander faster. There's no huge line through the rhythms, so again, they'll still be scrubbing their way through in exactly the same line. They'll be able to hit this next left-hander faster. They might struggle on this on-off a little bit, getting enough pop. After that, you Gucci. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they're very, very fast lap times on a 250 as well. Got 20th in Heat 1, very nice. Went quad triple from the outside after the start. Yeah, I don't know if it's easily 450able fresh. You boys have got so much more grip than we have on the 450s. We almost have to stop, turn and go again, whereas you boys can carry all of your momentum around. Right, let's see. Heat race list. I was 6th, which is not actually terrible. I was 0.5 off of top quali. Actually, no, to be fair, 6th only being 0.5 off is... That's a lot of people within the same amount of time. Fair enough. I might just stick with the KTM then, because I didn't instantly feel... Why is my... That's a lot greener than usual, isn't it? It's usually a lot more see-through than that. Yeah, I didn't feel, like, instantly better. So I might just stick to the KTM this week. I don't think you can quad into the corner, to be fair, Eagle. But the issue you have, anytime you've got two tables back to back, it's so much quicker to go on, off, because you're just moving forwards the whole time. If you step over and then take off for that next table, you've got so much hang time, you're in the air for ages. This isn't my Fox gear, by the way, boys. I just want to preface that. I just want to show that. Gerbs let me borrow his gear. That's why it's 4 right now. I still got the hat on. It's fine. It's fine. We're still on brand. Are the servers up? Let's have a look. ARL. No. Still quality servers. Hello, Jerry. Yeah, I think the whoops are going to be the biggest make or break for those 250 boys. I mean, they're pretty important for us as well. You could see, like, laps I had a good whoop run, it was like 0.3 difference. Might not sound like a lot, but add that up every single lap. Turn my shift help off now, so I can quick shift again. Yeah, so for me, I'll give that line a go, actually, Eagle. I don't think I've tried it yet. It's just in my brain, and after playing the game for far too long and over so many years and so many Supercross tracks, to me, if you're going over, you're landing in the air for so long here, and then... How are you... There's no way you're quadding that, surely. That's huge. That quad into the corner's massive. Very, very big. Yeah, Chicken plays. He does the North American side thing, so it works better for him, time zone-wise. You go and quad there, and then... Boing! How on earth do you get so much... Jesus Christ, that's huge. Oh, do I hear noises? Linda? What are you doing? You giving me my food? My bae has ordered us ice cream. Do you want me to come and get it? We have food. I say food, we have desserts. Oh, I had dinner already. Right. Oh, just the first quad. I was gonna say that last quad into the corner there is like unreal. It's huge. Can you let me know when the servers go up, please, boys? What kind? It's not. It's dessert. Like proper fat boy food. Lotus Biscoff, the food of the gods. Some Lotus Biscoff ice cream. I've noticed that, so you can get two, you get a regular or a large of this. Anytime I get regular, they fill it up to the absolute brim, like that. And anytime you get large, they barely put any in it. So, regular it is. Hello, Camo. Right. Now you boys get to see me eating. Oh. I am going to, real quick. Just because I hate people staring at me while I eat. There we go. Servers are up. This thing's going to be a puddle by the time my heat race is done. I need to try and eat it below the rim. I'm actually surprised that it's still fairly frozen. There are two reasons I don't race the Oceania series, Isaac. First one is they're at 7 AM, and I tend to go to sleep at 7 AM, not wake up at 7 AM. And the second one is I have no desire to get ran through more than Lily Phillips does, since I'll be on about 300 ping. I am still on FXR, boys. This is just the gear that I was running as my my Gerb alias on the GP on Monday. You don't know who Lily Phillips is? Oh, you'll have a good search, Jerry. She decided to try and set a world record by sleeping with 1,000 men in the same day. The time for me right now is 8:37 PM. I'll choose my gate in a sec. I just want to get this ice cream below the top of the cup so it doesn't start melting and dripping everywhere whilst I'm racing. Bonnie Blue, yeah, I think they both were going for it at the same time. going bar for bar. Going for cock. Yeah, gate 3 will do. It'll probably be the gate that I get as well, to be honest. Since I'm technically qualified third into this heat. No, I don't think getting ran through is what gives you the beef curtains. I feel like that's you're born with it or you're not. I don't think just because you take a lot of dick, it means that your flaps are going to start just getting baggier and baggier. Yeah, I agree, Jerry, you know? They say do what you're good at. And if she's good at taking people's meat, then by all means, get paid for it. I always get like a quarter of the way through this ice cream, and then I really start regretting my decisions because there's so much more to go. Thank you very much, Krenix. I'll turn the face cam on for the race, boys. I'm just munching. Nah, that thumbnail was a paint hand-drawn original. That's a average Australian ping collision that I've just had there with Mr. Isaac. Boys, leave me alone. I ain't do nothing. Free my mans. So, and again, they know that I mean no harm when I say this. But we're going to put some bets in. One in chat, if you think at some point during this race, I will get fingered by Australian Isaac's ping or Brazilian Enrique's ping. Because we've got two of them. We've got two high pingers in the lobby. Yeah, see, look, he's put his hand up, he knows. We've got two of them in here. I know at some point during these races I'll come across one of them. Why is it, tonight of all nights, when I'm trying to eat food, does it actually start on time? Crazy behaviour. Right. So we've got Pumpakasu and KFC and then Aiden. Right, see how this goes. I can't remember, like, start techniques on the KTM or anything. Jesus Christ. Now, this is the heat race. Godis is a legend. We love Godis. Bro's getting run through like Lee. That's what I said. Right. Race, well, heat race time, boys. Let's have a look, see how this goes. I'm going deep. Oh, I went too deep! That's alright, pump went pretty deep. If I didn't go that far, I think I would have got taken out. Oh, cheeky little Steezy Oppo there from Mr. Premium. And we're alive. Oh, no. Okay. That's all on me. That's all my bad. I'm going to stay nice and in the middle. Nice and in the middle, so people shouldn't... Oh! Does that count as cuts? I hope my lap still counts. Oh, stretch it! Oh, he's going to go up in the air, so... Oh! Oh! Who's that? Boy. Don't go up the inside of me. Don't know if you're going to get over the finish line there, Cooper. Oh, he did. Fair play. Oh, we're going up the inside of me now. Chill, Daddy. Daddy, chill. I did get cuts for my little off-track excursion before the Supercross triple, so that's fair. Oh my god, that's what happened when the two pings get together. You saw it firsthand. I don't know how I've got away with that. Scumbagging my way through the middle. Am I in P4? There's no way I'm in P4. Even better, yeah, I see a Wild Jams in P3. Let's go, Jamie. Jameson. Jamiroquai. Jamil O'Neill. Oh, jeez, what am I doing? No, people are actually going inside it every lap. Oh, no. I don't know if I've got the oomph on the KTM to do that every lap. She's a bit slick. Do. I mean, I feel like that was a pretty horrendous opening lap, and to be here in P4 right now is not too shabby. What am I? I think I've forgotten how to play the game. A little check, make sure I'm not getting landed on. And we go again. I'm very scared to taking that outside. I know someone's going to slide it on up the inside at some point. I always forget how different these bikes feel when you put 5.5 litres in them after doing qualifying for 20 minutes on 1.5 litre. Feels so much more sluggish. I mean, all these boys in front seem to be making mistakes as well, so it ain't too bad. Rather getting the mistakes out of the way now than have them happen during the race or during the main event. Harry, is this woodland here, Harry? I think I'm losing time going outside. I should just switch to the inside permanently. Jam's being very nice there to Woodland. Tried having a little bit of a check up behind him because I know he's been going inside in that corner. I was in the air. I couldn't put on the brakes in the air. Now I'm going to have to go inside, otherwise I'm going to get yeeted. Oh yeah, first gear does a decent job. Oh god. Ooh. Always the second to last whoop that gives me issues. That's where the front end seems to dip down. At least I know there's a safe option if I end up messing up that rhythm. And still being able to triple into the corner. Can't wait to see how rough that line's going to get. during the main event. I hope they do something with the road and crank it up, because my god, this track's boring. We'll ride a wide bike, won't we? I mean, depending on starts tonight, there could be a win on the cards for old Mr. Pumpakasu. Be his first 450 win. Why is that triple so hard to send now? I was doing that absolutely fine in qualifying. Very peculiar. The fact that I'm only running lap times that are in the 50s does not fill me with much confidence. I think I need to be dipping into the 49s. One thing the KTM is a little bit better than the Yami, I think, is in a road. So if they do turn the road up high for the race, it could come good by the end of it. Yeah, not a great heat race in terms of riding, but you can never be unhappy with a P2. We'll take the P2. I think, yeah, Pump's like a second a lap quicker. Was not very smooth there at all. No, you're not the only one, Moose. I don't know what the real-life track designers were thinking when they made this. This is not it for me. Just looking at the track map on the bottom right, it's like, what is that? There's so much wasted space there. Right. Face cam's going off again whilst I finish it. It is very soupy now, though. I might be able to start drinking it soon. Ice cream had some pre-workout in it. No, I need to actually go to the gym for pre-workout to do anything for me. And I should be going to the gym rather than eating ice cream. Complaining about bike fitness and then I'm eating like shit. I think there's a misconception there though, Adam, with the no ruts hate. People hate no ruts on these tracks because it leads to very one-lined, one-rhythm racing because the tracks are already pre-made. Whereas people like the no ruts on the DDC tracks because you go out of your way to time different rhythm sections and make different alternative rhythms viable, which obviously Stone Rider doesn't have the freedom to do because it's based off the already pre-made real-life tracks. So I think the DDC no ruts and the aerial no ruts are completely different. I don't think it's fair to compare them to each other. I'll show you boys actually, just so no one's annoyed with me or giving me shit at all. So try and find it. I need to be careful with what Discord servers I show because I know you boys like posting some rather interesting gifts. Can I make that bigger? There we go. So, what would it be in? It would be in EU, that's GP, that's GP. Right, report sanctioned Supercross. So, this isn't just from me, by the way. So, as it says, moderators and staff versus Rax. It doesn't say Lins versus Rax. Rax has shown on multiple occasions in this one race alone. He has no regard for anyone on the track aside from himself. One race suspension, so he's banned for this race. And then for the rest of the season, it's like they're keeping an eye on him. So, I mean, this is stuff that this is from the actual broadcast live stream.
What a move from Lins. That's what we love to see.
Rax with the punch! Oh my god!
So they had a bit of a reaction about it, and this was just after my my clean pass.
A move from Lins. That's what...
It's like... It's just that angle.
What we love
I think it don't look great. He's still not turning.
see.
Yeah, there you go. So I died there.
Rax with the punch! Oh my god!
We have Rax taking out Dorian in the same race before he took me out.
Rax gonna cut to the inside and
Easy.
kill Dorian!
Didn't even try to turn there. Just carried on going straight.
Rax gonna cut to the inside.
Absolutely kills Dorian. So that was the other offender. That was my POV. This was his... I'm going to mute that. I think he swears. This is his POV, just killing Dorian with no intention of turning, just straight lined into him. So they take all this into account. You know, if he was actually trying to turn and be alright, it wouldn't be an issue at all. But it looked like a lot of it was quite motivated. So that's why he's banned for a week. But yeah, I personally didn't protest him. Right. What we got going on here? Who dive bombed after the finish first lap? People not happy by the looks of it. Yeah, we'll take our second. We'll take our second in the heat race. That ain't too shabby. Yeah, I saw your one pump. I can see your scenario from both sides. Because if I was you right there, I would have, first of all, I would have shit my pants because that takeout kind of came from nowhere. But then also, from Tyler's perspective, like you couldn't gain or lose any more positions because like you obviously your lap didn't count and you lapped the person behind you, so I don't think you would have moved at all. But still, I understand that if we start letting leaders just punt people that are on their last lap, then it's kind of open game for anybody. So I think Tyler got warned for it, didn't he? With scrubbing onto the on-off, the biggest thing that you want to make sure you do is don't... So when I scrub, it's just about sitting down at the right time and just turning a little bit. People have this misconception that they have to turn really sharp to scrub low. And what happens then is you'll land a little bit sideways and that'll kill your momentum as well. A lot of it's the timing of when you sit down. And I'll lean forwards a little bit as well up the face to try and push my bike forwards rather than going up in the air. Let me, I'll load it up and I'll try and show you. Look at the NA reports. I think I had a quick look at the NA ones. Are we talking about Supercross? Any dirty team tactics will be dealt... Oh, this was today. Warning for Brock. Oh, yeah, no, actually, I watched a little bit of your race, Brock. I saw you getting a bit racy. Yeah, we don't want any team tactics involved. That's scummy. If you want to win a championship, win it the right way.
And it does ride pretty dirty when he tries to go for a pass, he does ride pretty dirty.
Sit down.
So, like, that's different from Rax's takeout because you're actually still trying to turn. Whereas Rax was just going straight this way, whereas you're still turning to the right. You've drifted out into him. But then also... no, Panda plays third person, doesn't he? I think Panda should have been able to see that. If he plays first, that's understandable because like, he wouldn't have seen you at all. If he plays third...
Alright, good luck.
I don't know.
Oh, remember the game plan.
Remember the game plan? Oh, Brock, I don't know. That's quite incriminating.
If Panda's close to us, but Ryder is too, we break and let Ryder take out Panda.
No, I don't know about that one. That don't sit right with me. Yeah, I don't know about that. Don't like the old team tactics. Like the Woody's gamer tag of MX Bikes. I actually do take that as a compliment, Tyler. Thank you very much. Basically, you call me a wise old man, is what we're saying there. I don't think I'm as liked as Woody is. Not a lot of people dislike me, but I just try it. I don't know. I'm just me. The face cam will come on in a sec, boys. I'm getting close to the end of this bloody ice cream. It just goes on forever. Although it's quicker to eat now that it's turned to soup. Let me show Mr. Patriot what we do through here. Show you how to stay low and stay on top of these tables. This is where I probably completely mess it up. So, now we'll try and slow it down. So, as I exit the corner, you don't want to be leant over too far still. You want to stand the bike up for the most part. What you can't see... Oh, no, you can see it. Can you see how I'm standing up here? So I've gone from being sat down in the corner. Now I'm standing up. And what will happen is right about here, I will sit down again. So this is just me trying to soak up the jump as much as I can. And you can see by the lean angle on the face, I'm not like scrubbing super, super hard. I'm just turning the bike the tiniest little bit. So I sit down now, turn a little bit, and then that just keeps my bike really low down to the ground. Now, with on-offs, you have to treat it all as one bit. So what newer players to the game do is they'll go, right, I'll land on the on-off, and then I'll try and seat bounce again and get off. So they kind of go on, and then they go off as a whole separate motion. What the top boys will do is if you land a little bit deeper into the on-off, your suspension will compress down, and then you use the suspension rebounding to give you that pop off of the next one. So it's one movement rather than two. So as I'm coming down here, I'm stood up, leaning forwards a little bit here to pick the front end up, and then I'll do exactly the same thing off the next one as well. Well, I won't do it here because obviously I'll check up, but it's all one movement. So you don't really want to have time for your suspension to settle. You want it to go down and then start rebounding all at the same time. But it's all one thing. It's not separate objects at all. Hello, Delta. Hello, B Clay as well. Alex Martin rider model. Yeah, it's like me in real life. Short King. Is doubling the move with the section with the hole shot marker? Oh, what, this ribbon back here? I think so. The reason is, if you look at these two, so if I take the left side here, you take off on this higher jump, and you downside to here, you then take off on this 5-footer, and you downside to here, and then you take off of this 5-footer as well. So all three jumps that you're hitting in this rhythm section, you're going higher up in the air for. And as we know, when you're in the air, you're not moving forwards. You use your wheels on the ground, accelerating and going. Whereas if I take off on all of these low sides here, I'm pretty sure you still do it in 3 jumps, but now you're taking off on the 3-footers. So you're just staying so much lower the whole time and moving forwards. So over the course of that straight, you're probably gaining about half a second, maybe more, just from staying low through the air. I wish there was something different here. I would like to see maybe just one rut on the inside to make the inside a bit more viable, or maybe the option to try tripling out from the outside. It's very one-dimensional here, just by going to the outside, doubling, and then this next one kind of like sends you way up into the air. But yeah. This isn't my gear that I'm running at the moment, boys. This is all Gerb's gear. It's DDC stuff. And then over this finish line, the reason as well I think this is very one-dimensional is because if you go outside, you might feel like a champ by tripling in, but then you're either going to go long on the double and get no speed and a shit run through the whoops, or you have to basically slam on the brakes to double out, which also means you're going to be going quite slow. Whereas if you go inside here, you're saving time from going all the way around the berm. You haven't got to check up for the double because you've got the right speed for it, and then you haven't got to check up for the triple either, and you downside the triple nice, and then you've got a massive like fast run through the whoops. So I think that's inside very OP there as well. And it's been quite a common theme on a lot of the Supercross tracks so far this season. which, again, it's no fault, I think, on the track building behalf. I think it's more the real-life track layouts, where a lot of the time, the berms aren't really needed. Like, there's a lot of inside flat tracking involved, which I think is a bit odd for Supercross. Like, berms are a huge part of Super, so it's weird not using them at all. Oh, these are the hotlines that we're after, boys. That might be it. Can we replicate it is the question. Can we do it again? Back to back. Let's have a look. We'll take the Isaac and Jams inside. We'll double over. We jump to the top of the list with our front wheel over it. Front flip again. Oh, it's repeatable. We do it again. That's also, I mean, tell me your game's arcadey without telling me. You can just consistently do front flips, no problem at all, on demand. I'm almost done. I'm drinking the last of the ice cream. Right. We're good. Let's put that in a bag. Right, face cam. Let's see how this goes in. I'll lap the track backwards. I can try my best. Should probably go outside in that corner to try and triple that. Should we start it from the finish line? We'll try and go backwards. Troy's racing today, isn't he? That's where I saw his name in Heat 1. So if we go outside here, we might be able to get enough speed to triple. Nice. Oh, hang on. If I check up, so if I wheelie over that first bit, I should then be able to triple into the corner after that as well. So yeet. Then wheelie. Triple into the corner. Nice. Double out. Might be able to triple that. Spin around, we'll have another look. Of course we'll have a look. Oh, Jansen, the LC... Hang on. Didn't even know the LCQ was going on right now. Please don't be an ad. No! Oh, the Accountant 2. I did enjoy the Accountant 1. Decent film, that. Now we've got John Burnful in here. Ooh! We love a bit of Shane from The Walking Dead. You know what? Can't be arsed watching that. Let's just pop it out. Just Opera GX things. We get to watch it in Minecraft quality. Why is it going black? It's never done that before. Okay, it's fine. It's back. Right. Can't get rid of that. Little advert banner down there. What is... Two faults. First one. 250 riders being very good at hot laps, but not so much the racing. So now he's trying 450 and he's gone to the LCQ. Second fault, obviously he had a very disgustingly quick quali time. Maybe just a bad start and you can't get through the pack because it is very, very one-lined. That could be another issue as well. But didn't expect to see KFC in the LCQ. I really didn't. We've got Rubes in here as well, your 2021 Supercross champion. Was he 20? He won HR. Maybe it was. Yeah, I think it was 21. He's won a Supercross championship. He's there in P5 right now. He showed up these last few rounds. I think he's just trying to get 50 points to hold on to his number 2. I don't know how close he is to that, actually. I don't know if he's going to do outdoors at all. I don't know if I've ever seen him do outdoors. But before this season started, when I was picking my single-digit number, I asked Rubes if he was going to be competing, and if not, could I have number 2? And he said he was going to. But he's only shown up the last 2 or 3 rounds, so it'd be interesting to see if he can get it done. Who else we got in here? JS7 has gone a lap down. I don't know if he's quit or if his lap hasn't counted. But he's having a good GP season, so it's weird seeing him down here. KFC up the inside, yeeting Tiger out of the lead. Jesus, that was aggressive. Tiger's probably not going to be too happy with that, since they was both in spots, and now Tiger's going to be back here battling. Gets yeeted up the arse by Troy, and again, that wouldn't have happened if KFC didn't send him flying for no reason. So Tiger's now going to go from 1st to 5th. So he's gone from in the lead to outside of a transfer spot. Oh, Quickie's gone down. He might get it back. Soderbergh trying to be a good lapper at the back there. I'll be honest, if you're in this point of the LCQ, you may as well just DC to avoid getting in anybody's way because your night's over, basically. So KFC's in the lead now. Troy's chilling in second. He's got a good 3.5 seconds over P4, and he's only got 2 laps left to go. Quickie going OTB, Tiger getting to the back of him, Soderbergh getting stuck into him as well. What? When we're watching it. Now Soderbergh's just taken Quickie out again. So we have just witnessed, on stream, a lapper go out of his way to punt someone battling for a transfer position. So I don't expect to see Soderbergh lining up next round, unfortunately. I'm sure the admins will have a fun time with that. Whether Soderbergh does 450s usually, or if he's a 250 guy moving up, I have absolutely no idea, but it's just pathetic watching stuff like that. So we know what kind of IQ person Soderbergh is. Tiger going inside there, how's that? Yeah, I thought he might struggle to get on off the second one. That's not bad though, that is viable. That's not a bad move at all. Interesting. Is Logan in here? Oh, I didn't even see Logan in it. I thought Logan was in like 4th or 5th at some point in that heat race. He must have had a bit of a stinky last few laps. Tiger's now in P4. He's got a couple seconds over K. It wouldn't have been that way. Like, Quickie's basically done now at this point. He said, yeah, like, fuck you, Soderbergh. Thanks for ruining my race. What's the point? So it wouldn't surprise me if Soderbergh gets protested for that. I might even be petty enough to clip it myself as well and ship it off because there's just absolutely no need. Maybe something earlier on happened in the race that then put Soderbergh down to begin with. So maybe he's taken retaliation for that. But, I don't know. Doesn't, pardon me, doesn't sit too well with me, that. That's a bit of an interesting one. Yeah, Sim's like general stream viewing experience is a lot better. It's just because the general like netcode of Sim is better. I think from an actual racing perspective, if this game's netcode was better, it would be fine. Because I just don't like what Sim does look very follow the leadery to me, especially in Supercross. It's just a case of waiting for people to crash. But the fact that you can actually see people where they are and they're very smooth on the stream as well is much better than MX Bikes' experience at the moment. And I think, to be fair, it's very hard to try and keep up with Kellen's just general stream production quality. He does a really, really good job of making that game look good. So there you go, your top 4, KFC, Troy, Rubes, and Tiger. He's not going to do it, because there's no need for him to. I would love to see the in-game chat and see if Quickie's going to be not very happy. Because I wouldn't be happy at all. Yeah, I agree. So it looked like Soderbergh was trying to get out of the way before, but then from the point Quickie crashed on the Supercross triple, all the way up until the finish line, he was going out of his way to eat him. And look, he's only so Soderbergh was there basically until the end. Oh, he's on fastest lap. Never mind. I thought he was on analysis. I thought he'd only done 3 laps in total. Yeah, that's an interesting one right there. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to not see him line up next week. Quickie's Kelso. No, I mean, it still doesn't make it right. But even if you dislike someone in general, there's no reason to ruin their race over it. Like, there's on-track and off-track stuff, unfortunately. You shouldn't be doing that. I can never keep up with who's who. Everyone changes their name so much. It's like, yeah, even though me and Kelso don't particularly get along well, like, it don't take a million IQ to realise that you shouldn't be doing that in a race to somebody. Not good. Anyway, right. I am going to go to the little streamer's room real quick and drain the old sea monster. I will be back in a couple of seconds. Right, gamers. I need to have a convention with you. I was just peeing. In the toilet, of course. Linda walks in. I can hear you outside my door, you bitch. Of course I'm going to say it. She comes in, rips ass next to me, and then wafts it in my direction, and I swear a rat must have crawled up her ass and died, because the smell was horrific. I'm mean. You're mean. Unreal behaviour. Crazy, crazy. What do you want? Stop lurking outside my door. Hello, Troy. Well done on finally making it through an LCQ. We love that from you. It's all that GP practice that you've been getting in. No divorce. We're not married yet, but I might have to prolong it by another year now. Literally, I think that can be targeted as assault, what's just happened to me. That's crazy. What now? My race number twice. 4 in total. 4 numbers in total. Oh. Yeah. These guys can't be called pros that make the heat races. Troy, you're going to open a whole different can of worms there. Because we've already got people asking for pro licenses, but at the moment, if we haven't got enough pros to make pro races, how is pro licenses going to help anything? But no, some people, yeah, like a lot of people you're competing against right now are 250 riders as well that are trying to do 450 on the opposite coast. So you have to cut them a little bit of a slack, but yeah, I think a lot of people at the moment are very more hot lap friendly than they are race awareness and IQ friendly. So you just have to give them a very, very wide berth everywhere. Got to give them a lot of room. Do 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 do. Oh, yeah, if a pro license will get me money off some Mackies, I'm all for it. I'll be all about it. No, there's no need to constantly keep dragging out beef and stuff, boys. We're just two different people that see content creation in a different way. I don't think our opinions are ever really going to line up on anything. Yeah, there's no need to keep dragging it out. I feel like that is something he would like, because then he can kind of go off of it and make more content and views based off of it, but it doesn't really sit with me. So I'm happy to do my thing, do my side. He's struggling with the old Matley looks at the moment, to be clear. Well, I think, yeah, Matley's probably quite a tough one, because there's not really much going on other than the track, is there? But I suppose once you put all of the, you know, like, pop-ups and tents and pit area and crowd in there as well, it takes up a lot of that dead space around the track. So I've had my drama period, boys. You not remember the back and forth fight with Spenny Boy back in the day? I'm over that now. I'm too old. Can't be keeping up with it. I'm only just starting to remember all the names of the Italian TikTok brain rots. Oh, rip. I think Troy did indeed make it in, yeah. No, I'm not allowed to do my home GP. I'm not allowed to race any more GP stuff. The NA kids have had their way with me and have basically forced the admins to ban me from the series, basically. Lots of crybabies, unfortunately. And from the, if you say why not just race at EU1 instead, actually I quite like the commentating side of things. I want to have that full season commentating under my belt. Just having it on the channel was quite nice as well, having a full season from first race to last race. I won't like beat a beat a dead horse over and over. I'll give you the cliff notes, basically, is because a lot of the top NA guys do play the track for the entire 5 hours that the track is out for them, they also believe that means I play the track for an entire 2 days before a race, since I get the track early for the preview video and hot lap and such, which unfortunately just isn't the case. Like, if I was grinding the track for 2 days straight, I can promise you I would win it, not rock up and barely scrape podiums. But they don't see it that way. And unfortunately, unless I go through all of the effort of like taking screenshots of when it gets sent to me, how many hours I've got at that point, then go back and take more screenshots just ahead of race time, and we try and like deduct 2-3 hours whilst I've been commentating the GP stream from it, it's literally my word against their thoughts and opinion, so it just doesn't really work. And I'm good friends with Wes. I talk to Wes in Discord from time to time as well, and he's aware of the situation, and he was fine with it as well. We saw no big deal with it all. The issue was he was getting a lot of DMs from NA racers saying, I can't believe you're letting Lynn's race, he's had the track 2 days, it's unfair, blah blah blah. So for the sake of Wes's DMs, it's best that I just don't do it, because I don't want to cause people headaches that don't need it. Which is unfortunate, because the 2 rounds that I did, I generally had a really good time on. And it's nice being able to just play the game from time to time without having a camera on me, without having to try and be entertaining or provide content of some sort, like just being able to do a race for the sake of racing. But no, I don't think I'm allowed to do that anymore for the rest of this season. Yeah, I think they might have the same issue if you race as well, Bradley. It all depends on the time, Transcend, which is exactly like I said, it's just one person's word against everyone else's faults, and I can't prove how much time I've spent on it. I see no difference between having a track for 2 days and putting 3 hours on it compared to having the track for 5 hours and putting 5 hours in on it. Like, do you see what I mean? The comparison that I made is I've had a frozen pizza in my freezer for a week. It still only takes 15 minutes to cook it, no matter how long I've had it for. But yeah, it's just my word against other people's. So yeah, for the sake of arguments, and because I do understand where they're coming from as well, and it's just basically based on a trust factor, I won't be doing them anymore. But I did have fun. I had a lot of fun doing them. I think what didn't help my cause was at the Latvia round. I mean, you guys, if you've been around for any period of time, you boys know that I absolutely love sand tracks in this game, and always have really, really good results in sand tracks as well. I mean, last year's GPs... Was it last... I don't know if it was last year or... I don't know if it was 2024 or 2023. I want to say it was last year's. The GP of Hyvinka, so Finland, I won NA, because this is before regional was a thing as well. I won on a Suzuki, for crying out loud, in the sand. Like, I love sand. I'm very, very good at it. So I don't think that helped my cause from a claiming I don't grind the track perspective, because I'm just good in sand. So I can understand again why people were annoyed with it. If I had to put a rough estimate on it, from the time that I received the track to the time qualifying was finished, I probably had about 60 to 65 laps in total, which includes them qualifying laps. And that's really not that much time. I guarantee people that got the track at track drop had more than 65 laps. Oh, 100%, Leahy. I completely get it. I know, I understand. I get it from both ways, which is like, I just said, it is my word against people's faults. Because the amount of time that I say I put in and the amount of time people believe that I put in will always be 2 completely different things. So for the sake of the arguments, and again, the sake of Wes's DMs, it's better that I just don't do it. Let's have a look. I might load it up on stream right now for you, Bradley, just to show everyone off. I've got. Let's have a look at these. Actually, let's have a look at these pictures. There you go. If I get pictures, what's the date today? If I get pictures of the track 3 days early, does that count as me grinding the track? Right, 1, right, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. triple. Based just what number screenshot is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, which one is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Based on the 5th picture out of them ones you sent me, Bradley. I'm sure you were there as well, but being at Nations last year, I think the initial jump into those long rollers is bigger than the rest of them. Because there were some big old sends going into there. I thought, oh my god. You said you was making this track easy. This looks brutal. What do you mean easy? I mean, it does look easier than the Nations one that we had in game in some places. Yeah, some of these ruts look deadly. Be dragging them elbows. Nice. I will eagerly await the track to be able to test it out. Nah, not the uphill quad. The you turn right after the uphill quad and then the jump after that. Double, triple? No. So if you take the 2024 MX of Nations track we got in game, for example, you have that huge uphill quad, then you turn right, and then you've got like 6 or 7 rollers through there. In there they were tripling in at a minimum, then I think Jet and Prado both managed to quad in, and I remember the first one of the rollers being taller than the rest to enable them to be able to do that. Then it might have been perspective as well, because I guess they're technically jumping downhill a little bit, so it would make sense if it looks like the first one's higher up than the rest as well. TJ gonna run away with his title with the Rex protest? Yeah, probably. Nothing wrong with it though. I mean, Tyler hasn't done anything to get himself banned yet, so I feel like he deserves it. I don't feel great, Cam, I'll be honest. I'm hoping that as this track gets beaten up, I might do a little bit better, since the KTM usually handles the rough okay. But my pace is about a second off or so. At least it was a second off of what Pump was running throughout the course of his heat race. Hello, Jacob. If that lip was bigger, you can rail the outside and 4-5 into them. Maybe... Can you make it so the outside isn't as tall? Because I don't remember there being a huge berm around the outside there either. Like, it's a fairly flat corner. Then I suppose if you make it flatter, then it's just going to be inside OP, isn't it? That's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough, I get that. Always a pain in the arse in this game, isn't it? As soon as you try and replicate something, because the game's physics don't work the same as real life's physics do, then it's never going to yield the same result, so there's going to be something that ends up being OP. It's a raised start still, isn't it? I think. Or did they change that? Is it flat now? I think it's still raised. Bradley, the second picture that you sent me there, am I tripping, or is like the 10 gates on the outside kind of screwed because of how the corner is that leans back onto the start straight? Again, I don't know how you change that, because then you'd have nothing going onto the start straight, but I need to know if that's intentional or not. Apparently the mains are up as of... Oh shit, hang on. What time? Let me join. I should probably join the server, shouldn't I? How far are we into this 250 main event? It looks like they started a little bit ago. Another ad? Yeah, it's another ad. Right, multiplayer. ARL. 450 main. We've already had Wonder Wage quit. I only see 21 people in that server. I've not played MTG in the last week. I'm basically just waiting for little updates and for whenever we're allowed to start making content for it. I don't see too much point in me sitting there grinding it when the game's in its current state. It's nowhere near completion. Right. Let's pop this up then. They have got 5 minutes and 40 seconds left.
Goes Ken, slams it into the right.
Mr. Kensington out in front on the Honda.
And he is on the top once again.
Honda's a good bike. I think it just makes it, you have to be so much better at carrying your momentum everywhere on it.
0.127 here from Ken's, an absolutely ludicrous time.
Yeah, 50s are pretty gross on a 250. These boys are staying nice and low over that as well. Oh, God, he scrubbed the shit out of that. Jesus. I know he didn't survive it, but that looked hella impressive. Oh, interesting cross jump, Victor. Oh, Victor, you should have shoved it up the inside there. That was a very sketchy track re-entry. Didn't know Victor was in the points lead right now. I love my little... I say little, I love my big German man. Nothing but love for Victor.
Very, very difficult. Checking with Victor's time here. You can see a 51.1 is his best. But a 52.7 on that last lap. Definitely struggling a little bit with lap time. But the consistency is keeping him on at the top. And as long as he stays ahead of Neon, he should...
I very much enjoyed the seating arrangement at the LAN event in Italy.
Foxy then up to P4.
Being over on the right-hand side with Reaper and Victor was very nice.
On the SLD Zero machine, definitely going to suffer with that in the late stages of the Moto. In fact, speaking of late stages of the Moto, just 4 minutes remain here in Pittsburgh for the 250 Moto. And it's gonna
Another Neon. Where is Neon? Neon's in 10th. Another Neon analysis. Red plate is just whoever's got the most points in the championship going into each round. So it changes every now and then. He got points lead because he rides third.
Defending nicely in the racing lead.
Does Victor ride third?
Clear of Daniel for the moment. Daniel drops way back actually. Looks like we've got
yeah, he does. I remember. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see how we get on here. Jordan wants to spectate Reed. We'll double check Reed, see how he's getting on. He's dropped back.
Every time I've watched these 250 races this year, Neon's been having a little bit of a stinker. And he's the most hot and cold rider ever. Like he's either on or he's off.
Through the whoops. Oh, a little bit choppy there through the whoops for the Elevation BFS bike. And down KTM just up in front is going to be a free position there for Reed. And he is not going to be upset at all. In fact, was that Lipo? It was not Lipo, so it was not a positional bike.
I think the third-person riders are a dying breed, aren't they, these days? Definitely not anywhere near as many of them. The only thing that I struggle with in third, which again is probably just down to lack of practice and knowing exactly where the front wheel was underneath me, but it's like on a nationals track or late into a supercross race, it's getting the front wheel to try and follow those skinny ruts without leaning over too far. Because that's my biggest issue, is I do tend to lean over too far in third person. But I much prefer it for general awareness, so knowing where people are around you, it's easier to see. And I also like it for scrubbing my way through rhythms. I seem to be able to stay much lower in third person, because I can, like, pinpoint precisely know where my rear wheel is going to land, so I can land at the top of every single jump.
I always get a little bit confused on what number we're on. Froxy update, we'll check in with Froxy. He is still absolutely cooking up there in P4, leading a small pack of bikes just about... Oh, no, not
no, there's no rider yet. At least the version that I have hasn't got a rider. I know that the actual devs and stuff probably have a later on build than I do. This just hasn't been pushed through to the public yet. But to be fair, there's no rush. Probably still got like a minimum of 6 months plus before the game comes out. So 6, 7 months, maybe 8 months.
Looks like Daniel's starting to close that gap down to Ken's once again. The elevator JLM bike not to be left out of.
I am racing today. I'm just not in this class. This is the kiddie class. This is 250s. 450s starts after this, and these only have a minute and a half plus a lap to go. So I'll be racing very shortly. So what you've just seen right there. This is a reason why I don't think the 250s are that much of a disadvantage around a lot of these supercross tracks. Is you see how much speed they can carry in the flat corners, whereas we're just kind of like skidding our way around in comparison.
like he's going to score the top spot
Which
of
is,
this race, but it shouldn't
it's
matter too
odd
much
because
championship position.
the 450s, they obviously have more power, but you can just shift up a gear and like try and quarter throttle to try and counteract that, but it still doesn't seem to do the same thing. Even if we're on like a 120 rear tyre, which has the most grip, the 250 can be on a 100 rear tyre, which has a lot less, but they still flat track so much better. But then it also doesn't make sense because the 450 is heavier, so you'd think that it can track better, but then the 250 tracks better, and I just don't understand. But the difference between 2s and 4s in this game is so strange. It's why you will very rarely get a 250 rider or a 450 rider just be able to switch to a different bike class like that and then instantly carry on at exactly the same speed. It takes a little bit of change, like a bit of time to change, because they are completely different ways of playing the game. Oh, he's barely leaving the ground there on that little double out the corner. I don't see a single route on the outside after the whoops. It looks like everyone's still going inside everywhere. These bikes also don't cause you much erode either, where they're lighter. There's not as much force going down through the ground to generate the deep ruts. So the 450 tracks get rougher as well. This isn't my race that I'm watching. This is a race before mine. I'm racing shortly.
Mika's just up in front, of course. That's Reed as well on the two Husqvarnas in the battle.
Nah, but if you buff 450 traction, then you basically break all of the tracks, because then you go back to being able to do stupidly unrealistic lines and not having to shut off everywhere. I still think we are able to lean over too far on the 450s, and we have a lot of traction.
Ken's though trying to put absolutely every blue flag bike that he can between himself and the elevated machine behind.
Then there's no winning solution, because then even if you like make the 250s slipperier, then they're not going to be able to get over any of the same jumps that the 450s can. So there's always negative connotations no matter what change you make. I think it's just the way the game is, unfortunately.
Beautiful stuff then here from the Motor Academy ride. He had a decent start, got his way through the pack. Daniel valiantly. Daniel put up such an incredible fight at keeping Ken's back.
Neon's toxic? Why is Neon toxic? What's he done?
But eventually wiggled open a gap.
Neon's in a bit of a battle right now, but it looks like a freeway battle for P9, roughly.
Back a couple of times, but in the end, it goes to Ken's by just 1 second on the board here.
Damn, close race there.
Honda 250 takes
close race. Right, we'll get that gone. We will turn display capture off so my game doesn't flicker the whole time. That's that. That's 5.5 litres of fuel. I think we are good to go. I'm going to do this and just see where I go, because I have a feeling this track is one of them tracks where it will actually work. It will pay dividends if I just check up and try and hug under the inside. I don't think outdoors tracks, it's not as bad, because a lot of the time your tyres are just in a rut anyway. So technically your bike's never really leant over too far to be losing traction, because you're always upright compared to the ground. You could be like a flat 90-degree angle. As long as you've got like a bit of track underneath you, you're still getting like middle of the tyre grip. And it's also odd. I'll try and, I don't know if it's like it because of the erode, but I'll try and find it now. If they put little bits, so can you see as I'm riding along, there's like little bumps. It's not a perfectly flat surface. It's like the bike's bobbing up and down. Sony does this to give the bikes more grip, and it generally does help. Like even on these flat corners, because there's little bits for the wheels to dig into and hook onto. There's so much more traction than if it was completely smooth. Never use the soil type values at round 1. That's fine. I love that shit. I love when the game gets slipperier. Hey, people just have to use a little bit more throttle control. Be patient getting on the throttle. My biggest reason that I love the slipperier soil is nobody knows how to get good starts in it. And I do. As we saw from Daytona, when I was like 2 bike lengths ahead of everyone by the first corner. My front brake feels very sharp right now. Tell you what, the core strength the Gerb is displaying right now is it's pretty impressive. This trick, I think it's just up and... Oh, sit down and up and trick button. Yeah, you have to be sitting down for it to do it. I've got no different opinion on this track to the other ones, to be fair, Doug. I don't think there's too much to think about them, to be honest. I'm not a fan of this one's layout, but that's just on the real life team on creating the tracks, to be fair. It's very, very odd layout for a Supercross track. I'd rather see a Supercross track where it's just 180 rhythm, 180 rhythm, 180 rhythm, maybe a 90 and an on-off, and then back to 180 rhythm. Just like that is Supercross to me. That's the difficult part. I don't understand all this weird flat tracking. Like, look how much space is wasted here between this split section, which anyone only ever uses the inside, and then all of this back onto the start straight. And then you've got it on the other end of the start straight as well, where it's just all flat. I don't get it. And then we've had tracks like Anaheim 1 this year as well, where there's one rhythm section in the entirety of a Supercross track, and the rest is all just weird singles. Like, it's very, very weird. No, second name's not Gerb. This is not my gear. This is gear that I am using. Well, it's Gerb's gear. Are we going already? Oh, Tiger just left. Nice. This might get red flagged, but I'm going to treat it as if it is the actual race. Damn, gate 4? Crazy. No, funnily enough, my YouTube name is my last name. Yeah, this is probably going to get red flagged because somebody just left the server, so we'd have to wait for him to rejoin, but I'm gonna try and treat it as a normal race just in case it isn't. Because this has happened before where people have pretended or thought that it was going to get red flagged and it just never did. So, here we go. That's Pumpakasu. Notice he only ever lags off the start. It's very strange. And the rest of the race will be fine. Oh, I run it in deep. Jesus Christ, thought Cam was going to come over into me there. That was scary. B3 start though. Again, it could still get red flagged, just a matter of time. It's got to wait. I'm going to follow and do exactly what these boys do on these opening laps. Don't want to try and change anything. Don't want to try and make any weird aggressive... There we go. Was expecting that one. Don't want to make any weird aggressive passes. Yeah, Pumpakasu's not happy there. Yeah, we thought that one was going to get red flagged anyway, so we don't mind that. Usually does mean we get a bit of a worse start on the restart, but we'll see. Hello, Cray. No, I think they called that early enough. Technically, we hadn't done a lap yet, so I think that was okay. We were very, very close to doing a lap. Well, that's not very nice. Come on, Mikey, sort it out. Bop. Damn, Broco's Jim. Just tanked that. So you notice how out the gate there, like the initial jump, on the KTM is very good. But then by the end of the start straight, the Yammies all seem to catch up with me. And I think that's just because the Yammies are faster. It just takes them a little bit of time to get there. But then at the same time, I think that's why they've got such better traction around like the bowl turns, because it's more, I'd say, torquey bottom end. It's not just rapid like the KTM is at the bottom. Right, we go again. I need to be a bit more wary of, if I get the same start, I need to be a bit more wary of going into turn 2 that people are going to run in deep. So I'm going to try and stay as high as I can in the corner. But the second start never goes well. Even if I feel like I do everything exactly the same, I think everybody else's starts get better with their practice and mine gets worse. No, I don't care about real names at all. Like, other esports in the world, like Counter-Strike and Call of Duty, people use aliases as well. Like, I feel like gaming should be a place people can just go and unwind without fear of dickheads trying to find out who they are and DDoSing and weird stuff. Oh, I upshifted too early. Trying to stay so far right. You still cross-jump into me, Cam. What are you doing? It's a straight line, buddy. Come on. You haven't got to scrub the shit out of a jump into me. That's exactly why I tried straight air in there, because I thought something was about to happen. Oh, I might need to change my underwear. That was... stressed me out. I thought I was going down. Okay. So, we're P3, which isn't bad. Issue is, the two people that are in front of me are a lot faster than I am. So I need to hope for some mistakes. I always do these little checks going into the corner to make sure I'm not about to get dive bombed. I know people moan that I look back too much, but I'd rather check up in a corner and not get taken out than go down and lose 5 seconds or so from being taken out. And Cam's going to be trying to get past as soon as possible, because otherwise Tyler's going to get away, but for now this is my position. I just have no idea how these boys go like an extra second a lap faster, because I always feel like I'm right on the edge. Oh, what? Okay. What's happened there then? My bike just fully folded. Oh god. It's alright, we didn't lose too much time. Jesus. Backflip, double backflip, land it. Just gotta wait for Poposo to stop fingering me real quick so the bike goes straight again. And we go again. Yeah, and I don't think that weird front tuck would have happened in the first place if I was on the much more stable Yami. But we like being different. So now, we got some work to do. Tyler made a mistake in front as well after I did, which is even more annoying. It means I would have been right there at the front. Oh god. Might get a second to cut, so I went quite far through that bell. Oh no, it's okay. It's good. Don't know why I'm going outside here. My brain shut off for a second. Try and lock in again. way that berm leads onto the face of that jump is very, very odd. I don't feel too comfortable on it. Oh, yeah, okay, sick. Just lock up. Jake's racing me very nice right now. He could have dived up the inside there. Feel very slow on these flat corners compared to these other boys. Yeah, didn't think I was going to get that. Oh god, it's so stressful trying to make some passes. Because I tried tuck underneath Breezy there, I couldn't get just couldn't carry that little bit more momentum, like extra mile an hour or two over the double to get the triple easier. And then because you hang a back wheel on the triple out, the whoops get a little bit slower for you as well, and it all compiles, it all adds up. Maybe if there was a rut there, I might be able to, you know, take a different line. Nice pass from Jake, diving up the inside there. Very nice. I mean, it wasn't a front flip, but wheeling into the face of that did definitely save me some time there. Oh, hell of it, she knows as well. I don't really think I can take my hand off anywhere. Ah, back wheel again. What are you doing, Linda? Not comfortable, not flowing. I'm dead. Ah. Run, run. I can't get going again now either. Oh, nice. It's crazy, isn't it, how like 5 different people can all go the same speed, maybe a tenth apart for about 6-7 laps. Because there is no skill diversity on the track at all, and then you make one mistake and you lose all that time. Hello, Island. Thank you very much. Hang on. I'll let me read it in there. What you got to say? Make the pass or shave the stash. That's the issue, is there's not really anywhere to make the passes unless you kind of dive bomb up the inside of someone. But even then, it's hard to get a run to make a pass on someone because everybody's exactly the same speed, because the tracks are the way the tracks are. And unfortunately, this is the way the racing's been all this year, except for Daytona. It's not going to change though, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it does just come down to getting a good start and not making them mistakes. And I did get the first part right, I just decided to not listen to the second part, and I have made mistakes, which has cost me quite a lot. And instead of circulating in like P3, as I think I could quite easily be doing right now, I'm circulating in 9th. Yeah, I'm still triggered about that front end knife, and in that corner there, I have no idea why that was such a bad one. I think all of this does really just make me super excited for the outdoors season as well. Just so I can finally get on to tracks I enjoy that challenge me a bit. I have so much more fun like trying to pick my way around a rough, eroded outdoors track than flat track in here. So what, we got three insides in a row here without having to use any outsides in the corner. Oh my goodness, that was a nuts kick, but it actually helped me quite a lot. Oh, that was nice. I went a little bit to the right hand side of the road there and it stayed low. Oh, jumping into the corner, be careful. I have no faith in that front end now after what happened earlier on. I mean, Rube's just washed up old men these days. 2022, when we were battling back and forth for a championship. Oh, keep it on the track, thank you. Keep forgetting that I meant to go further to the left to enter them whoops, because the right hand side is starting to make my front end drop. And Pumpakasu came from where? I didn't even know I had someone behind me. Yeah, I love trying to hold the inside and just barely breathe on a bail and getting spun like that. Oh, for God's sake. I'm not having fun, boys. I'm sure you can probably tell that I'm not having a good time. What's going on here? Oh, everyone's getting inside of each other. Oh god, hang on. I've just read one message about complaining about source of income. What have I started in chat? Listen, boys, I know I make money from MX Bikes. It doesn't mean I have to have a massive smile on my face every time I play it. And yes, unfortunately, it does mean that sometimes I do just have to play it. Because the bills don't pay themselves. There are also some times where I have a really good time playing MX Bikes. Unfortunately, this Supercross season has just not been it. So if you don't really like that mentality or attitude, rather than me sugarcoating everything and trying to praise things that I don't think deserve praising, then unfortunately you don't have to watch. I'm very honest about things here. I don't think it should make a difference on whether I'm streaming or not. I guarantee if you ask every single person in this race right now if they had a fun race around here on this track and how the Supercross season has been, they probably wouldn't say yes. I mean, what, Tyler's been in the lead this whole race so far. He's doing really well. I could probably message him after this and be like, how was that race? And he'd probably say boring. I do appreciate the people that understand exactly where I'm coming from. There are people who are obviously a lot more casual as well, and the game is a lot more fun when you're just playing it casually. Who don't do these sorts of races and know how frustrating it can be to try and compete and organise on, I guess, races and situations like this. Streaming on Wednesday, for example, when we was doing them two-stroke only races, we had so many like genuinely really good fun battles in there, and I really enjoyed that. And I had a fun time, fun stream, and now it's just the opposite direction. You just have to make sure that every day when you go and clock into work, regardless of what it is, if it's a construction site, if it's an office, no matter what it is, just make sure you're smiling the entire time. Don't drop down even once. You have to love every single second of it. I have had a quicker lap this race than I did in the heat race. I guess that's a slight improvement. But I am becoming a bit of a 7th place merchant recently. It's a back marker, I don't think that matters at all. Oh no, it's not, it's Isaac. I have to check up here, I ain't got the speed to triple in. Oh, I didn't know he was going inside there still. Oh, that scared me. Try and cross down. This is where I'm going to be a bit nervous, just trying to make a pass on Isaac. Because you got to make sure you make it stick. Or it's got to be like a convincing pass, you can't be barely in front. Like a bike length in front. Oh, I'm not going to go over this triple now. That's annoying because he messed up as well, that would have been perfect. That's fine, just don't loop myself in the whoops again, please. Thank you. Oh, Jesus, a whole 4 minute at the end of that. I think whoever just crashed at the end of the whoops was a position as well. Oh, what am I watching here? Picasso was going a bit rogue, he's going off the track. We got 42 plus 1. Might be 3 laps. I think Tyler would have passed the line already. And he might actually... Yeah, he's probably going to get back past the line again. Actually not that far off of being lapped, I don't think. 33 seconds, no, that's fine. Got like 15 before I'd get lapped. Stay away from that right side. Nice. Oh, don't go over the bars, please. Thank you. I mean, I'm in 5th, which I think many people would be upset with a 5th. It just feels like a bit of a meh race. Got the twins not getting separated again, 3rd and 4th right now. It's kind of the ongoing joke in the outdoors at the moment. Yoit. This is Picasso here, but it says he's got like 9 seconds worth of cuts, so I have no idea what's going on. Just gonna have to I've intentionally brought the bike back up right there to make sure that that doesn't happen on the landing and it's still falling away from me. Don't think I'm really going to go near the KTM again, because it's just way too wonky. Need something nice and locked in. Get me on the boat, get me on the Yami. Keep trying to do something a little bit different so it's not quite so boring all the time, but it doesn't seem to be working. I was trying out the gas the last few days. I've been trying it out and messing around with setups, but it doesn't do what the other bikes do. Like, it just can't go as quick as the Yamaha does, or feel as stable while doing it. I'd be curious to know now. So let's say, last lap by the way, I don't know if you can see that behind my big head. Let's say they decided to allow the beta to compete again. I'd be very curious to know if people would switch over to the beta, or if, because everyone's got so comfortable on the Yamaha now, if they'd just stay Yami. Kind of standing up most of the way around all these corners. Oh, that's a hole. Jeez. Go on, go for that triple still. Nice. Nice. About to lose my position now because of that. I'm about to lose multiple positions now because of that. Nice. Yeah, I lost 5th place because of that. Oh, not my night, boys. Not good at all. Yeah, I might have to go back to the Yami after that. I thought the KTM would handle the erode really well, but it just didn't. It was just bopping me around all over the place. Yeah, so the last OEM update was meant to make the bikes more compatible with each other in terms of they buffed just like the dynos and stuff to make them closer. But you can hop, so if let's say just do a lap on the Yamaha, let's say, just ride them stock as well for a fair representation, and then hop on the Suzuki or the Kawasaki. It's little things like the on off on this track where the Suzuki it's just so difficult to do, and it shouldn't be. But yeah, they're so far off. Still beat Troy. To be honest, I have a feeling Troy was probably fighting for his life if he got a bad start. 13th. I bet he had a faster lap than me. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't enjoy that. I'm sure obviously you gathered I didn't enjoy that, because I did a lot of complaining in that race, but goddamn. Oh, so they went from battling for 3rd to 10th in literally 2 laps. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. But yeah, that's another one. Yeah, no, Tyler's had the red plate anyway. Tyler will win this series. We've got 2 more races now left to go, and he's got a very, very convincing points lead, so he'll be fine. He'll be all right. Let me just have a quick scroll up, because I know that I probably triggered a few people there complaining about my job. Let's have a look. Trying to find it. Oh, here it is. Xander. Haven't seen one stream where you don't complain about your main source of income. Yeah, as someone just said, he definitely skipped over the two-stroke stream. Jesus Christ. Definitely doesn't watch the GPs either, because the GPs have been nice and fun. Yeah, people do enjoy cherry-picking things, unfortunately. It seems like a lot of people tend to seem to put him in his place a bit more. And it looks like he hasn't said anything since. Rather watch Linz play golf than the smooth ARL season, SX season. Yeah, you're not wrong, Ireland. I love the golf. I love it. I haven't played as much PGA recently. I've been trying to do a few more recently, but so it's got a little bit boring, to be honest, because it's just the same thing over and over again, which I suppose is what golf is. I've been trying to, well, as I said on the last stream, actually, I've been trying to go to the driving range more, but I'm having to keep, I'm going to have to take a break now because I've got so many like little blisters on different fingers. So I'm going to have to try and work on different grips and stuff because whatever I'm doing clearly isn't working, even though it feels like my shots are improving. If I'm leaving, maybe it's normal. Like so I hit 130 balls last time I went, and it only took me about an hour and a half max. So I suppose I was getting through them pretty quickly, all things considered. So maybe I was just doing too much too quickly. I need to just take my time more in between. Well, that was my thoughts process as well, Jerry, where if I just keep going, it'll toughen it up. But my issue is I've got, like, pussy keyboard warrior hands. So they just fall apart. They're just dainty and delicate. They don't really tend to callus up. So, I mean, maybe it'll change over time. You're playing golf in about an hour. I'm very, very jealous of you, California. Very jealous indeed. Won't you set quick shift through Steam? Because it doesn't work for me, Eagle. I should probably, at some point, just make an entire stream dedicated to it. But I have, so if you take Aiden, for example, so Aiden who came fourth in this race, he has a YouTube video on how you go about doing it. And I've even been in Discord with him, sent him screenshots of my stuff, copied everything like for like. And I think it's purely because I have a PS4 controller that it doesn't allow me to do so. In fact, you know what? Whilst we're in a mood, we'll go through this right now, actually. So, I'll show you everything that I do and all of my inputs and stuff. So I can't get called a gatekeeper anymore, even though I do show my setups and tell you what I do all the time. So, Barboso, MX Bikes, we are in Profiles, Linz, Controls, open with Notepad. So, what I do is, actually I need to show you in game first as well, and then I'll show you the files to show you what's happened. Will it load quick or will it load slow? Have to set your linearity at 200%. I've not heard someone say that before. Listen, if I come out today with being able to quick shift on the Yami, I'm going to be a very happy man. So look, if I go into, where is it? Settings. I have got clutch as my square button on my controller. So this button right here that I'm pressing. I have also got shift down as square as well. Now, you can't do this in game by default. Like if I press it, it'll say it's already a button or it'll take it away from here. So what I did was I went into my profile here. I found the clutch button and I found the shift down button and I copied one over to the other. So just direct copy and paste. And one thing that Kelso mentioned the other day, which is where all this conspiracy thing started, is I don't know which of these numbers is button and which is the other inputs. So I've copied one to the other like for like, and apparently it's the zeros and the tens and shit like that that makes it so the quick shift actually works for all of the other bikes. So if I've got my shift down button, copy and paste that, add it to my clutch exactly as it is right here, it should hopefully be the same. So that's now 6A 40, 38, 11C, 800F, 454, 1010. Right. So are we happy? Are we happy to do this? Are we happy to say save and that is that part done? That part should work. Do I change it to 200% here, or is that just purely what's in the game? So the reason there's a bit of a grey area at the moment with changing stuff like this is there's a large part of the community that have it so they only play one stick. So the left analog stick, they have it so they turn left and right, and they also have it so it leans left and right for them at the same time. So it's like, what's the point where it's a bit dodgy? You don't have to change it in your profile settings at all. It's all from Steam. See, I can't do the Steam stuff. So that I've saved that now. We'll close that. We'll close that. We will come out of this and I'll show you exactly what we're working with. So bear in mind, in my settings, this all says DS4, 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 because I'm on a PlayStation DualShock 4 controller. So I'm exiting this. Bear in mind, all those controls work absolutely fine. On the right-hand side of Steam right here, this game has support for some controllers, but not my device. I have not got Steam input turned on. As soon as I turn Steam input on, and if I was to now close this, and I was to go and play the game and load MX Bikes, we'll wait for it. And again, I don't know why this has become a big drama recently, because Aiden's done a video on it, Neon's done a video on it. I've said over and over again in setup videos and in stream that I have my clutch and downshift on the same button, and I've just shown you what I've done to do that. So now, if I go into settings, this now says JO axis. And if I move my controller and stick around, it doesn't recognise my controller as working. So if I want to lean, I'm trying to set it my lean button, doesn't do anything. If I want to accelerate, doesn't do anything. If I want to clutch, the clutch works. Clutch works okay. Funnily enough, the one button that I probably actually need, but the other buttons don't work. That's the issue that I've got, is you need Steam settings to do so. So now I thought, right, if that's not working that way, let me go into my computer files. What file do I have this saved to? Is it D drive? And I open DS4 Windows, which makes your computer think that your PlayStation controller is an Xbox controller. And we'll wait for this to boot itself up. Right, that should be working now. So now, if I reload MX Bikes, we'll see if it works. And to be fair, if it's as OP as people say it is with it working on like the Yamaha, I might just go out and buy an Xbox controller and just try and relearn the game again. Right, so now if we go, keep doing the wrong one. So this says JO again, and again, I'm moving my controls. It's not working properly. If I try and rebind stuff, not working. Throttle, not working. Oh! My bumpers work, my triggers don't. So anything analog doesn't seem to work, but anything digital does. Oh, actually, no, my clutch isn't working now. Circle. Oh no, clutch is working. The clutch is working now. The other ones aren't. So now, if I close all this, we'll get there, don't worry. And now I go into here and I disable Steam input. I believe this does make it work still, like this. Because I remember in the... Yeah, look, so because I've got DS4 on my computer, I haven't got to use my mouse. I can use my touchpad as my mouse. So you'll see. Wait for it. Yeah, just wait a second, Igor. I'm just kind of going through all of the processes so you can see what I'm working with and what I've tried in the past. Look. This is what DS4 does for me. I can move my touchpad. Oh, actually, over here. And it moves my mouse, which I think is quite cool. But sometimes it gives you like double inputs. So now I go on settings, and now it's actually working. So I'm curious if this will work properly now. So if let me rebind all this stuff. And you'll notice in the past, people have said, are my settings wrong and backwards and inverted? I think that's actually showing the right direction for once. So throttle right, brake left, rear brake. Why do those ones say DS4 and that one's clutch? Oh, actually, no, clutch is square for me now, isn't it? Clutch is that. So now it says my front and back lean is backwards. Lean backwards that way, that's fine. Right, left is fine. I need to make it... So shift down is square as well. But now it's... right. J1 button 3. And now it unassigns my clutch. What if I have the clutch as an actual clutch button? And that's shift down, and that's shift up. And that's push bike backwards. I rebind everything. That's direct. Don't care about dab. Which way around have I got? Which one's share? That one's share. That one's track marker. We could be on something here, boys. Oh, don't want to do that. Click the touchpad for that. Head in and look left. Tear off, left click. Raise arm, right bumper, trick button X. And then that's all replay stuff. I'm not going to bother with that right now. So you said, change my clutch. Now it's got a smoothing option and it's locked on compared to the locked off that I had before. So you're saying change the linearity to 200. Does preload matter? Does preload matter at all? No, I don't think you didn't cause me any issues at all, Isaac. You was alright. You were fine. I spoke about it earlier, DNC, but to reiterate again for you very, very shortly, spoke with the admins. They saw no issue with it because the amount of time that I played the track comparative to how long the NA guys had it, and it's only for a couple of races, but the amount of DMs that Wes got over it, we basically both agreed that it weren't worth it anymore. So there's your very, very short answer. It's a non-winning argument because people aren't going to believe me when I say I've played a track for 3 hours because they think that I would have just grinded it for 2 days, but I get it. So that's why I've decided not to do it anymore. No preload. So preload's off. That's fine, that's fine. So you're saying that should work now. Even though I've not changed anything, you're saying that purely just from having... Where is it? Just from having 200 linearity, it should be okay. I mean, I can, yeah, I mean, I'll try it. Let's go Yummy. This DNC, like, to save you any issues and drama, I have a feeling that it doesn't matter what any of us are going to say, your opinion isn't going to change in it, because you're very steadfast in your opinion there. And all you need to know at the end of the day is I have decided not to do any more of them. So there's nothing really to carry on arguing about. Like, it's done. It's done now. It's finished. Right, so I'm changing up. No. Can't change down either while accelerating the whole time. So quick shift not working there. Do I have it? Yeah, I've got it so shift help is off, which is what you need. So that hasn't worked yet. So now if we try and take it another step further. Now do preloader. What does preload do? Because I always thought preload was something for GP bikes. It's just copy and paste it over. You can quick shift on the Yamaha and your clutch is on its own button and I don't need to use it. That is with clutch, auto and shift help. I don't know if that's quick shift though if you've got shift help on. We'll try and do this a step at a time. Right, preload. No, preload doesn't work either. Preload's still the same. So... But if you've got, yeah, if you've got shift help on, it shouldn't... It works. Does it work if I put it back onto 100 linearity? Boys, we might be in business. Gamers, you may have just made me a very, very happy man. So for the record, what does this actually do? 100 moves linear, direct control. Moving this slider towards non-linear, so I'm guessing towards 0. Gives more precision in the first part at the expense of the second part. It's useful for digital inputs and gamepads. But it shouldn't matter because it's just an on-off switch at the moment. It's just a button. I think it's surely if you have to make a video on me right now to say that I'm exposed, it means that I wasn't or didn't have access to it before. No, because now it's still... It's like... That's normal. That's normal... That's normal shift help. No, it does go up quicker, to be fair. But you'll know... it's not, so I suppose the KTM is still quicker because it actually has a built-in quick shift. But doing this on the Yamaha is faster than the original Yamaha way. Watch how fast the clutch goes. Yeah, it's definitely quicker. Is that beneficial though, or do I just have a really long gearing? I don't think my gearing's that long. Use 0 linearity. I don't think that'll change it. You still got that shut off and get on again. Oh no, that's lean. Jesus Christ, I want to change that. Oh shit. Have I changed the wrong... All of my lean settings have reset, haven't they? That's frustrating. Because I rebound this, my lean values here have reset, so I'm going to have to go back through and change everything. That's annoying. Let me try and test it real quick, like the whoops, for example. It's quicker. It's definitely not quite KTM quick, but then I might need to go and watch... I mean, Aiden, you're in here right now. Is it as quick as it is on the... Is it as quick as it is on the KTM? Yeah, you can shift with any bike at full throttle if you've got shift help on. That's the whole point of the shift help in the first place. I'm intrigued to see how this works with the KTM. If I was to guess, I don't think it would change anything. You need to put the clutch on shift up and shift down. I can't do anything with Steam settings. That's the major factor that we've got here, Marcy. That's the issue. Is as soon as I turn Steam settings on, the game doesn't recognise my controller anymore. So if that's the limiting factor, then I think it is purely a case of PlayStation controller. I mean, It's not like it's changed lots. Oh, I can't... Oh no, you can go up anyway, can't you? Just not down. Yeah, that's fair. You see how when you do it on the KTM, it doesn't shut off as much either, so it doesn't bog? So if I go on the KTM, like it's still pretty damn quick. He doesn't shut off the wrist, it's just banged open full throttle. So yeah, I think I might have to do some tomfoolery. But then I can't... I don't think it's possible. So look, I'll show you. Boso, MX bikes, mods... Not mods. Profiles, controls, open, done. So what I had, or what I've had up until like right now, is I would take my... What button have I got what to? I would take my downshift button and I copy and paste it over to my clutch button there like that. Just like for like. So what that does is make it so when I'm downshifting, I can be on the throttle as much as possible. What I can't do then is do exactly the same thing on a shift up button, because then it would make my clutch and downshift and upshift all the same. So I'll be changing up and down gear and clutching at the same time, which obviously means you'll stay in the same gear because you're going up and then down or down and then up straight away. However, you guys are telling me that that's the part that you then change inside here, which I can't do, because if I turn this on, then all of the settings or all of the controls I have in MX bikes don't register anymore. That's the biggest issue. I did hear you ref bombing me, Jake, yeah. So again, for the people that weren't here, enable Steam input, yes. I've got it on PS4 controller, because I'm on a PS4 controller. Maybe I'll try Xbox in a second, see if that works. If I close the game, I'm going to reopen it again so it all works as it should do. Again, just to show you that for whatever reason, I don't know if it's controller, I don't know if it's like drivers on the computer, I don't know what it is. Steam input does not work for me on this game. And the second there was a Steam update that added controller input support, I had to turn it off because I had this exact issue. So, settings, input. You can see my buttons are moving. It doesn't work. It's also rebound all of my controllers as well. So if I try and change it, I can't rebind it at all. It just doesn't work for me. But other people said they can do it on the PS4 controller, so I don't actually know what the issue is. So I could also try... Is it going to work? Is it going to load? There we go. I could also try and make it pretend it's an Xbox controller. See if that works. We'll close that. We'll try again. Well, my issue is I have over 4,000 hours of gameplay on a PlayStation 4 controller. And all of that's going to go out of the window if I change controller completely. It might not sound like it's a big difference, but when you've spent that much time on something, it does change quite a lot. And for the sake of just having to use, or to be able to upshift a little bit quicker on a bike that isn't a KTM, I don't think it's worth it. And again, that controls aren't registering, controls aren't working, even as an Xbox One. There we go. I don't have to use DS4 South. I put it on for this to show all the different options that I have tried to try and make it work, and it just won't. Will I swap for MTG? No, probably not. I wouldn't have thought so. So now the issue I've got is, let's bring up DS4 again. So now I've got a closed... Now I've got to close DS4, so that works. I now have to turn this off, so it recognises my controller. I now have to go into my profile again. No, I have to load the game and set it first, and then I've got to go back. I'm just going to go back and set everything to what it was, because as we've seen, I've showed you all possible iterations, and I cannot get it to work off of a KTM. So this is the issue that I had with the whole expose the other day, is it's not some sort of aha, I've got you moment. And like I tried explaining to Kelso, but he didn't really want to hear any of it, is yes, my profile that you see and the buttons I have and the values I have, yes, they are the same as yours. However, it hasn't equaled the same result in the game, so I'm not sure what the expose is, because it purely does not work for me. And if he's probably just going to watch this one bit and clip that and try and call shit again, he's not going to go through the effort of rewinding for the last 20 minutes and me showing every different option that I've done. It does not work for me. Which is why I ride the KTM, because it does work for me on the KTM. It doesn't work for me on the Yamaha. Otherwise, I would love to ride the Yamaha. Right, rear brake, L1, clutch. I'm going to set it to square. And then front, backwards lean, left lean. That's on 80. 16102 is fine. I'm going to have to go through and redo all these lean settings now because it's reset everything. Same as throttle. Clutch, I had it on 100. I've got it, now it's on, that will change. I think that was the big issue as well, was the smoothing. That will change when I go and copy and paste it, but I think I know why that changes. And then input, we have got preload off, shift up, it's triangle, shift down is square, which should then unbind the clutch, which it does. Push bike, backwards, sit, right stick, direct sit, yes, reset track. Which one's which again? Share, track marker options, change views on keyboard, look back, touchpad, look left and right as left, tear off, left stick down, raise arm R1, trick button X. So, now we've done that, I can close the game again. God, this is a pain in the ass to do. Boso, MX Bikes, Profiles, Lins, Controls, Open. Reopen file? Yeah, reopen file. Let's do this just so I know. Open with Notepad. Oh shit, which way around did I do it? So shift down, this button, copy, paste it onto clutch. I think what I'm doing right here, as I am copy and pasting this like for like, oh shit, how do I do this? There we go. Copy and paste in, oh shit, no, one more time. I need it to be from here to here. Copy and paste in this like for like, and all of these zeros and tens and ones. I believe this is what changes the smoothing option to now being off, which is what seemed to be the big issue, that the smooth option was off. I'm not going through all of that effort again to go through all the different iterations, Eagle. And if I have to go through the effort of loading DS4 every time I want to play the game, changing Steam settings, this, that, and the other, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And I did put my linearity on 200, and we did try it for a split second with it all off. So now into settings. That's set to square. What? It's going to piss me off. What if I do clutch as square? And then let's set this to something random, like H on my keyboard. H and square, done. Right, now I've got to close the game again. Gotta hate this. Extend my KTM gearing. It's not just a case of the gearing. It's not a case of the gearing at all. The issue that we have is how much better at traction the Yamaha is, and how much faster the Yamaha is. Right. So now, shift down keys off. So clutch button should be this. Copy. Shift down key. Does it start from here, or does it start from... I think it starts from here. Paste that. File, save. Close, close. Open game. I think the biggest issue that we can see from all this is that as soon as I turn Steam input on, the controller stops working. Right, clutch is on square. What is going on? I've still got DS4 windows open. It's going to piss me off. Let me see if it's working anyway. Oh, I should never have started fucking with it again in the first place. I was happy with it where it was. I've read it all, Eagle. I promise you I have read it. I really don't care enough at this point to try and do that shit and get it working. Oh, for God's sake. Is it going to trigger me? Yeah, I don't know why the malware bytes keeps popping up, because I pressed to uninstall it at some point, but there must still be something left on my PC. So, shift down, it says key 204. If I have shift down set as square, which is what my clutch has been, and my clutch leave it as unassigned, and I press done, and I press exit, that should save it. Boso, MX bikes, profiles, lins, controls, open, notepad. So, clutch is set to everything off at the moment. Shift down button, that, and it takes us all the way through to there. So I copy that, and I paste it to there. In my mind, that button set should now be correct. Save. Saved at 10:42, it's 10:42. I should never have ventured down the rabbit hole in the first place, because now I'm going to spend bloody hours trying to get it back to whatever it was. I like the new 6D helmets. I need a new lid at some point. I've had the same TLD helmet for over 6 years at this point. And now it's changed clutch to C on my keyboard. Oh, I don't know, it's pissing me off. It was literally fine before all this. I mean, you saw, I showed you before, it was set to square for both of them. I do... Didn't it also have... I don't know what's changed. Your in-game clutch is set to space. I'm going to have to mess around and do some different iterations of this to try and get it working again. But anyway, we went down the rabbit hole. I showed you why I can't get it working exactly as is, which is why I've been using the KTMs and the Austrian bikes for so long. So, yeah, hopefully people are content with that. I'm sure I'll wake up in the morning to more random acts in Discords just causing shit and drama for no reason again, but it is what it is. We live and we move on. We're grown adults. So, yours works exactly how mine is, been settings, it's set to space. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because you saw mine said square for both of them as well. In game, it doesn't show up to shows. Yeah, mine did. Mine said square on both of them, I believe. I mean, before I started messing with it, I think it did. So, yeah, I'm going to go, everybody. It's been not a great night all around, to be honest. In amongst the not great racing, and now completely boofing my settings, and now I'm going to have to try and get it back to what it was. But I do appreciate all of you as always. I don't think I'm going to do anything this weekend stream-wise. Linda wants to go out one day, and then I'll probably just have the other day to bed rot and do absolutely nothing. And yeah. Oh, actually, hang on. Before I go. There we go. Right. Yeah, I'm going to go now. Love you. Goodbye.